Southbound truck driver. It's due. Y'all been waiting. You've been waiting long enough. Let me turn the ceiling fan off. Yeah, I said ceiling fan. Yeah, I got the ceiling fan. In every truck, you know I got a ceiling fan. Watching the TV. What are we watching? We driving a truck, hauling stuff, and in my spare time, I'm watching TV about people driving a truck, hauling stuff. And you can't forget. Hold on, let me turn it on. I ain't got it on, guys. I'm slipping. You can't forget what it's all about. The red, white, and blue. So, and Jake would say, this is what Jake would say. This is who we do it for. This is who we do it for. Family. Don't lose them CDLs and stay out of safety. Don't lose them CDLs and stay out of safety. Everybody at Jordan knows what I'm talking about. So, yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. So, day before yesterday, I was picking up this load I got now. And I seen a guy. And he worked for Western. He was a younger guy. He was a trainer. And he worked for Western. And I was doing my load, you know, tarping my load, or securing my load, tarping my load, and everything. And he turns around and he says, "Hey." I was like, "Oh Lord." I mean, it ain't like that. I don't like talking to folks. I didn't know what to expect. He's like, "Hey." I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "You on YouTube?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Man, I knew it was you. I knew it was you." And I said, "You like my videos?" And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "You're the reason I went to Western." He said, "You are the reason I joined Western." He said, "I seen you had it rough in the beginning, but I seen how you figured Western out and how it came through." I don't think he didn't say all that, but he did, if you know what I mean. People can say a lot of things with a little bit of words. Drinking that water. Sorry, I'm diabetic and have to drink water. I get thirsty a lot for some reason. Not a lot, but more than I used to. But he said, "You're the reason why I went to Western." And I was thinking, you must have caught the last of my videos. Because the first of my videos, I was having a horrible time there. I was getting situated, you know, kind of, I guess, paying my dues. And I kept telling myself in the beginning, I kept saying, you know, I got to be paying my dues. I said, they're probably testing me to see what kind of person I am. I got to be paying my dues, putting in the work, you know. And it really, I'm going to tell you what, the less I communicated with them, the worse it got for me. But when I started really talking to them and saying, "Hey, you know, I'm trying, blah, blah, blah." You know, when I started reaching out to different people, that's when it started getting really better for me. You know, it improved a lot. The main thing, you know, you got to realize that every load you get is not going to be, you know, a lot of loads there. A lot of those there are like 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, or 2,200, 2,300 mile loads. There's some loads like that, but solo drivers aren't going to get them. Those are for trainers. Those are for trainers, so trainees can get their miles or get their hours in and get graduated. A solo driver is going to get at the best 1,200, 1,500 if you're lucky. You know, and a lot of guys go there and they see these trainers getting these big boy miles, and they're like, why can't I get them miles? Well, because you're not a trainer. Don't take it personal. It's a company handling their business. So you gotta, take that and understand that. But he told me, he said, I thought I was just going to stay here for about a year, get my experience and go. He said, but I really trained, I really taught myself, I really put in the effort. He said, and now I got the experience and I become a trainer. And I said, let me ask you something. I said, how much are you making? He said between $1,800 and $2,000. Between $1,800 and $2,000. So I was right. So it can be done. It can be done. You can make big boy money at Western. But the main thing you're going to have to do is become a trainer. And you're not going to want to. You'll be like, I mean, you may get lucky with teams and do one of those mail runs. Not UPS, but FedEx. You may get lucky and do one of them FedEx runs with the team and run day and night. You may get lucky. But those people are already set in place. And those people making that kind of money don't want to leave that position. Them FedEx runs ain't no joke. I'm going to tell you about the FedEx runs. They want one person sleeping and one person driving. And if you got to eat, you better make it quick. 30 minutes max. Stop one time a day or twice a day. You know what I mean? The only time that truck needs to be stopped is if ain't nobody got no hours or y'all doing a break. That's the only time. And if you do not go by them rules, you will not be doing FedEx long. I promise you that. So, I told him, I said, if you ever get tired of Western, since you do live on the east, this is the place to come to. And I'm letting y'all know today that Jordan Carriers is, I've heard a lot of bad things about companies. And it's not just because I work here, okay? I never bash a company, but I only explain my experiences that I go through. And this is for the driver. But I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm not just saying this. I'm dead serious. I'm not just saying this just to. Yes, I am pro Jordan, but I'm not. I'm trying to keep it 100% real for you. I'm trying to keep it 100% real. I do not. I cannot understand this. I have not found one single thing wrong with Jordan so far. And I'm not just saying this because, you can't bite the hand that feeds you. You can't poop in your own backyard, blah, 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 blah. I have righteously not found anything wrong with Jordan so far. I have messed up a couple of times with my appointments, scheduling my appointments to drop a load. Yes, I've done that. That was my fault. It's true. It said in my thing. And for all you new Jordan drivers, this app that they got, this McLeod app, you need to check that every day. Check it every day because it's going to have new instructions on there every day. See, and the thing that I'm trying to get used to is driving at night. Driving to about 9 or 10. And the thing that scares me the most about that is I don't mind driving late at night. I don't mind it at all. To, like, you know, if you drive to 10 o'clock, you got to wait till 8 to get started. I'm not sure. I'm not stupid, but I'm not real figured out this split sleeper reset thing yet. I mean, I understand it, like if you do 7 and 3 or 3 and 7 or 8 and 2, or you know what I'm saying, but I don't never have time to sit for 2 hours in sleeper, because if I'm at the shipper, I'm on off duty or I'm in sleeper or whatever, but I've never sat at a shipper besides one time for more than 2 hours. So it's not like I can do the split sleeper. But another thing is, you know, finding somewhere to park at night. I don't travel east a lot. I didn't travel east a lot. Of course, y'all know I was mostly west. Washington, California, Arizona, all those states of west. You know, northwest, west, southwest. I would pick up sometimes in the east and go to the west. Mostly, a lot of my runs were like 1,200 miles, between 1,200, 2,200, 2,300 miles loads. Hold on, guys. Let me plug my phone in. My battery's about to go dead. So, you know, it's a big game changer for me. I've got to find places that I can park at night. Like at 9 o'clock at night, they got parking, because I don't want to get stuck on the on-ramp. I don't want to get stuck on the on-ramp at the rest area. I have never had a ticket. I have a clean MVR, and I want to keep it that way. And it really scares me driving late at night, because I just don't want to get stuck out and not have nowhere to park. So I'm kind of getting adjusted to that. But you know, once I can get that done, I think things are going to get a lot better for me. But like I said, this company, man, yes, it is flatbed. Yes, there is money to be made. I don't never sit. I sat the other day. What was it? I think the other day I sat, the most I've sat is like 3 hours. There's trucks coming in and out here. I'm at the South Carolina Welcome Center, and they got several other rest areas farther down. They've only got like 10 spaces. What's up with that? 10 spots. You know, each one of them has 10 spots. I mean, that's crazy. So, it was already 4 o'clock, and I was like, man, there's three of them. 10 spots of rest area. 1 out of 30 is 4 o'clock. It's going to be 6 by the time we get to this one. 7 by the time we get to that one. And 9 by the time... I was like, man, those are not good odds. If I had to, I'd probably try to make a space at the Pilot. The Pilots are small. I did find a little hole in the wall truck stop. I was thinking about starting... You know... Once I get out here for a little while, I'll figure it out. So, I'm thinking about becoming a trainer for Jordan. It's going to be really different for me. It's going to be really, really different for me, because the main thing is, it's not going to be a 70-hour gig. We're talking about 2 to 6 weeks. 2 to 6 weeks I'm going to be with this person. But let me remind you about this now. Jordan doesn't just hire anybody, okay? So remember the one guy that I had that didn't even speak English hardly? He'd been in this country 18 years. Been here 18 years. I told him, I said, he kept putting his foot on the brake, you know, because we had to leave one of the brakes released so the truck stayed running, you know. And he kept his foot on the brake after we sit there, and the truck started going off. And I'm like, dude, take your foot off the brake. And he's looking around. I was like, take your foot off the brake. And he's looking around, and he starts pushing stuff. I said, don't touch nothing. I said, take your foot off the brake. And he looks at me and he's like, what's foot? I'm like, dude, you've been here 18, not 18 months, 18 days, 18 years. You don't know what a foot is? How do you just don't know the stuff I went through with that guy, trying to explain stuff to him. It was like pulling teeth. Jordan, you know, Jordan's is a higher standard of people. A higher class of guys and girls. They're very picky. They are very picky on who they choose. They're not going to let just anybody come in here. And if you run that mouth, they're gonna let you run that mouth at the house. You come here, you better be humble, and you better be thankful to be here. I'm just saying. I'm being real with you. I mean, they're not gonna put up with it. They're not. They're gonna weed out the good from the bad. They are, because they don't want just anybody driving these trucks. If y'all look on my channel page or whatever it is, I changed my picture finally to Jordan Truck. Jordan officially knows that I have a YouTube channel, and they're okay with it. Praise God. I'm almost at 1,000. Guys. We're trying to get to 1,000. That way, hopefully I can start making a little money, and I'm going to start giving it back. It may be $20, who knows? It may be $30, I don't even know. But start giving it back. You know? Doing what I can for y'all. And just keeping it real, 100% real. But I went to SSAB Steel the other day when I came from the house. And pulled in there, and I was thinking, oh man, it's going to be a while before I get loaded. I'm going to have to wait, blah, blah, blah. Man, I pulled in there, okay? There was guys already waiting there. Probably about 10 of them, including Western Express. I pulled in there. As soon as I pulled in, I took my shoes off. You know, I don't wear my shoes in the back of my truck. I take care of my truck. This ain't my personal truck, but I treat this truck like I bought it. Okay? And that's how y'all need to treat y'all's truck. Like y'all pay good money for it. Anyways, I took my shoes off and went to the back and started cooking a little soup, eating lunch. It had been 15 minutes, and then they called my name on my phone. They called and text my phone. Pull up the door 6. 15 minutes. I pulled up at 12. I was out of there by 5. That's good. So what I'm telling you is, when you come to work for a company that, you know, has a higher standard, and I'm not saying nothing bad about a lot of these other companies, but I've been to places that has told me about Western, that Western gets loaded last. Like Bridgeport over there at that, over there at USG. Yeah, that USG over there in Bridgeport, Alabama. I sat there all day for probably about 12 hours, and I asked them, I said, man, I see everybody else is getting loaded. People who came in here after me is getting loaded. I said, what's going on? Did I not log in, check in right, or would I got to call somebody? They said, no, you did everything right. You did everything right. They said it's not you. It was the drivers before you who messed it up for you. They said Western gets loaded last. They said, once we get done with all the other drivers, we'll load y'all. I mean, they didn't even want me at one point in time. They didn't even want me tarping my load with the other drivers. They wanted me to go over in the dirt field. Another guy in the back told me they just started letting Western it back in there because Western drivers will run over everything. That's why they had the concrete barriers up on the edges of the road. You see little trails, little trucks have been going off in the grass and stuff. When you get to a higher, when you get hired on to a higher standard company, you're going to notice a lot of things are different. You're going to be treated differently when you go to a lot of these companies to pick up loads. You're going to be treated differently when you pull into the truck stops, and people, like, sometimes when I was with my trainees and stuff, you know, we'd park the truck at the truck stop. The guy next to us would pull on out real quick. Because, you know, I was letting them get a little experience backing in. And it took us a minute. And as soon as we pulled in, or maybe during the middle of us pulling in, they'd pull on out real quick. They're trying not to get hit. So, you know, for all you people out there who don't know about Jordan Carriers, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a higher class of trucking, of flatbed drivers. Yeah, some of their drivers are new, but they don't put them in a truck. They don't put them in a truck. They make them go out with a trainer for 6 weeks, a month and a half. Okay? They invest a lot into their drivers. In Jordan Carriers, number one thing is, okay, they're here for not the freight, not the other people out on the road. That is the main thing, but not them. They're here for us, as us drivers. They are. That's why we have these cameras. They're not here to peep on me and try to see what I'm doing. You know, to try to say, oh, what's he doing after work? What's he got going on in the truck? No, that's not what they're here for. They are here. And now look, I've got cameras everywhere. I've got a camera right there. I've got a camera right here. I've got a forward and a backward facing camera. Y'all say, oh, that's just a forward facing camera. No, that's a backward facing camera too. Take a look at your cameras, people. Oh no, it's a frontward. I thought it was a backward. There's a camera right here. There's a camera right there facing me. Now, this camera right here, I'm going to tell you what this camera right here is for. This camera right here, okay, is for if I get in a wreck, okay, and that insurance adjuster is sitting in that courtroom and he says, they saw your driver on the phone texting or eating chips and drinking soda pop while he was driving. That's what caused him to hit my client. Jordan can say, No, sir, he was not. Here's the footage of my driver, and this is what he was doing at that point in time. Tell me Jordan don't care. Tell me Jordan don't care. Now, if you're in the truck and your truck's going all over the road and setting sensors off and everything, what person do you not know would want to protect their investment? If you're saying, well, I wouldn't want to protect my investment, I would just let a $100,000 truck I bought, paid hard money for it, just going down the road. Oh, well, who cares? It may come back. We don't know these people, you know. But they seem like good people. No, man. Companies have to protect their investment, man. That's what keeps, you know, when we try to buy these trucks from these corporations, that's what keeps them cheap. Because they don't have to keep spending a lot of money. Man, you should have seen Western's yard. Western, they have a paint and body shop. They got a shop for everything on fixing these trucks. Jordan's got 2 bays in Natchez. 2 or 3 bays, not many. Because they are particular on who they put in their trucks. Point blank. But now I'm gonna tell you what, okay? Western was there for me. And Western's gonna be there for you. The person who ain't got no experience, who needs somewhere to go, won't nobody else hire them, or has been in a wreck, old TMC. Western is going to be there for you, bud. Western's going to help you get to one of these companies. TMC, Jordan, Martin, Maverick. I don't know if there was a good companies, but I heard they weren't. You know, people say things. I don't know, man. Walmart. You know, that company's going to help you get here. So don't always downgrade it. And then I'm going to tell you what. You get caught doing something you ain't supposed to, like putting drugs in your system or drinking, you know, while you're out at work, or you get in a bad wreck and you still want to be a truck driver and you ain't got nowhere to go, and Western's the only one that's going to hire you. I met a guy the other day, a couple months ago. He said, that's what he told me. He said, man, me and my friends, we used to make fun of Western back in the day. He said, now look at me, I work for him. I said, well, what happened? He said, I got in a wreck. He said, yeah, we used to talk so bad about Western. He said, now look at me, I'm driving for him. And he had been there like a year and a half. You know, one of them truck drivers who didn't want to let the dream go, but had nowhere to go. So what I'm saying is, don't always, you know, be lucky just to be where you're at, man. It ain't always about, you know, putting folks down, talking bad about people, putting the camera in people's face when they're at the truck stop. That's not what life's about. That's not what trucking is about. For all you people who think it's okay, yeah, that man needs to move out of that truck spot, out of that fuel island. Yeah, that crap makes me mad too. But it's not okay to walk up with your phone and be like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of the parking spot. Get out of the parking. Man, that is high school stuff. If you have a problem with it, go inside. Tell the manager, say, look, we got some guy out here. He's not in his truck. We don't know where he's at. We don't know if he has a medical emergency. He may be passed out in the bathroom somewhere, or he may be dead in his truck. The truck is not moving. There's something wrong. Don't be the first one out there with your, hey, you know what bonehead is? You know what, you ever heard of bonehead? You're going to be a superstar today, buddy. You know what I mean? Don't be that person. Don't be that person. That's ridiculous. Man, that just, you know, back in the day, men were men. Men were men. Can you understand that? Back in the day, men were men. Girls were girls. Or women were women. Let the men be men and let the women be the women, okay, guys? We got enough women out here. I love a woman to death. One woman. Okay? Anyways, that kills me. You want to go out and put your phone in their face and then you wonder why they hit you. Then you sit there and say, "You put your hands on me. You put your hands on me. I'm calling the law now, buddy. You're going to jail." You deserved it. You deserved it, bud. Oh my God. I hate to say that, but my Lord. Did he deserve it? I don't know. Some would say. But that's enough about violence. We don't promote violence. We do not promote violence here at Jordan Carriers. At all. We say no to violence. So don't come putting your camera in my face. Please. Anyways, I don't know how I got off on that. That was a rant. That's always on my mind, though. That's always on my mind. I'm always thinking about that kind of stuff, man. You know, why would you do that? Go up there. Yeah, like the other day we was at the truck stop and there was this guy who been sitting there for like 20 minutes. There was a guy in front of me and then there was the guy sitting there 20 minutes. And finally the guy gets out of his truck and goes knock on the door. And the guy comes out the store. So either I'm gonna tell you what probably happened, okay? It was a box truck. It wasn't a newer one. The guy was probably in there paying for gas. Paying for fuel. Sorry, truck drivers. Paying for fuel. That's probably what happened. He's probably in there paying for fuel, and in long line, there's a lot of people there, and us impatient people was like, "Why isn't he moving? It's been 3 minutes." Seriously, that's how it goes. It's been 2 minutes and 48 seconds. He should have been halfway done. Right? Ain't that how it goes? Oh, you're done fueling? Oh, you should have cleaned your windows before you fueled, buddy. You might want to keep rolling. You had your chance. Supposed to put the pump in, put the other pump in, clean your windows real quick, go ahead and finish up the passenger pump, because you know you can't turn the driver's side pump off or it turns both of them off. So do the passenger one, and then come back and finish up with the driver. Put your def in, and then you get ready to roll. That's the law. That's the law. Don't get it twisted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 steps. He's got one of them old Harbor Freight winches. I got one too on my trailer. I got it on a little mount where I can put it in my lawnmower. Yeah. And then hook it up to the battery of the lawnmower. Start winching tree limbs and stuff, dragging them through the yard. Tell me I ain't a Guinness. Anyways, boys and girls, we're going to get back to it now. I got 4 hours drive in the morning. I wasn't going to take no chances. I was just tired too. I ain't been, I've been feeling alright, but I ain't been feeling that good. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think my diabetes is getting me down a little bit. My sugar ain't been high or been low. Been perfect, but my sugar's been good. I think I'm just getting old. But So my new adventure is to be a trainer here. I don't know how much they make. I gotta find out. That's what I'm gonna do. When I get closer to the goal, I'll let y'all know. I was thinking about doing a Jordan Facebook group. I sound real old now, don't I? I don't know, man. I don't know. I like to be involved, but at the same time, I don't. I like to be in the back, But things are good here. I really love this company. I'm really thankful I came here. I am. I wouldn't take it back for the world. At first, I didn't think I was going to make it. I really didn't. It was so strict. I didn't think I was going to make it. I've never failed at nothing like that. I mean, I was a pipe fabricator overnight. Didn't know nothing about it. Just learned. Within a week, I was doing pipe. Got my CDL. Taught myself. Didn't go to school. Went home every day. Studied. Went up there and aced the test first time. I don't like to fail. And I thought I was going to fail. I didn't think I was going to be in one of these red trucks. I really didn't. So, you tell me. Went to Dollar Tree the other day. Look at these waters I got. $1.25 a piece. $1.25 a piece, guys. Can't beat it. To have in your truck when you're self-sufficient like I am. Microwave, refrigerator, and Pop-Tarts. That's my grandbaby. Don't get it twisted. That's my grandbaby. But I love y'all. I was going to do this load. Let y'all guess the weight on this load, but I don't even know how much it weighs. Let me see if my paperwork. I got paperwork right here. I know every paperwork has the weight of the load on it. You ain't gotta tell me that. You ain't gotta get snippy with me. It does. It does have the weight. Okay, so if you're here this long, I got the weight. I'm going to post the picture of the load. Tell me how much the load weighs. The one that's the closest to the weight, I'm going to send you that $10. Now, it's a motion picture, $10. So, I might send you something else with it. Guess the weight of this load. The picture, I'm going to put it on the post, okay? Y'all be looking for the post. If y'all are still here this long, you have a chance at winning. It's going to be a surprise. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to send you something. It's going to be at least a fake $10 and then something else. Alright, God bless. Tell your friends. Look, if you know somebody with at least another account, make them like, hey bro, can I borrow your phone real quick? I need to make a phone call. Hurry up and go on YouTube. Find my channel and subscribe. Bing! Hurry up and go to YouTube. Find my channel and subscribe. Bing! That's all I need you to do. Hey man, can I borrow your phone real quick? I need to make a phone call. My phone's dead. Bing! That's all you gotta do. Hey grandma, can I borrow your phone real quick? My phone's dead. Sure, honey, here you go. Here's my phone. Okay? Mama, can I borrow your phone real quick? Mine's dead. Subscribe. Or do it to the wife. Do it to the wife. Do it to the son. Do it to the daughter. Do it to the uncle. Do it to the brother. Do it to the sister. Do it to the aunt. Do it to the cousin. Do it to the pawpaw, grandma, meemaw, pawpaw. To the neighbor across the yard. To the woman down the road, at church. Whoever. Borrow their phone and subscribe to my channel. Peace out.